Hello folks, this is Marji Roy from 3dcuts.com, and today we're going to be doing the assembly tutorial for the Tower House for Ledge Village. Ledge Village is a series of houses and other buildings that are all about 3/4 of an inch thick, and they're designed to be put on the little ledges around your home. There are a lot of them at this address on 3dcuts.com, so check them out. Let's get started on the tower house. You'll see I've cut out all of my pieces already. Before you cut yours, you should go to my website at the address shown on the screen to get additional information about paper types. Make sure your sizing is correct, but also some information about the negative voids and whether or not you're going to put fairy lights inside your design or not. This one's going to be made to have fairy lights inside of it. So check out that website for additional information. I'm going to start by putting wax paper into all of the windows. If you're going to use fairy lights, even if you're not, you may want to cover the window openings with wax paper. On the back sides of the two large pieces that have windows, we will put the wax paper. It will prevent hot spots with the lights and look a whole lot better. I'm going to be using art glitter glue. I get this in the bigger container and I put it into this container with a tiny nozzle that I get at Amazon. It's a wonderful little tool and there's a link to it on my website. I am going to outline the outside of each of the windows quickly with a thin line of art glitter glue. Art glitter glue has no glitter in it. I'm then going to use regular wax paper. You can use anything that is translucent. Tracing paper would work. Vellum would work. Whatever you have in your stash. Put it over the windows that have the glue around them. Then take an X-Acto blade and cut around the outside of the windows. Cut deep enough so that it goes through the wax paper, but not deep enough to score into the cardstock. Outline each of the windows or group of windows. Make sure you get the ones on the door as well. After you've done that, you can peel away the rest of the wax paper and discard it. There's the main building. I will do the same with all of the windows on the tower. Okay, all my windows now have glass inside of them. We're going to start by putting the tower together. The side that has the wax paper is the back side, and you are to fold on all of the dotted score lines toward you, except for the top tabs. So all these long ones go in the same direction in toward the side with the wax paper. Go carefully between the windows. There's not a lot of space there. Okay, on the back, these two go back, but these three come forward in the opposite direction. And I missed one there. Okay, they're all folded. Now there are two tower support pieces. Each of these, all of the tabs get folded in the same direction. They will not be seen, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to start by gluing the top bracket in. It will go above this opening. This opening is for access to put lights in. I will put glue on the long tab of this. This will go right at the top here and right in the middle between the two folded walls, like so. Hold it. Art glitter glue, it takes about 4 seconds for it to get tacky and hold. So if you hold it, that'll do, about that long, that'll stick it in place. Now do the side. I'm going to work my way around this shape, putting glue on each tab, folding it down, and each side of the tower will get adhered to this support. The support helps it maintain its shape. Now the last edge of the tower goes over this tab. I can also, when I get to this last piece, put glue on this whole tab. And glue those together as well. If you have something like a letter opener or a screwdriver, it's great for reaching inside long places and helping to adhere things. Okay, there's the top. This piece gets put in on the bottom. I am going to, let's see, put the glue on this edge all the way around. And then I'm going to work this way, this in. And then once it's in place, squeeze all of the tabs. The function of these are just to help have this piece stay in the correct shape. Okay, the last part will be putting the roof onto the tower. That is this piece here. You will fold all of the folds in the same direction toward the back. You will start by gluing this tab to this part of the roof. And then the roof will get adhered right onto this triangle. It does not overhang on the back side at all. All of the overhang is on the front. I am going to switch my glue to score tape on this one because I'm not going to have good access for pressure afterwards. And if I can get it lined quickly, this will be a better adhesive. I'm putting score tape onto both of these tabs here. I think that, let me see, before I take it off, I'm going to look at my fit. I am going to peel just one side first. I am going to line up the peak and the back edge right there. On score tape, you don't get second chances. You've got to align it and press it on the first try. That's why I like art glitter glue for most places. If I can, I get a second chance with that. I will now peel the other half. I will bring this around. I can squeeze my fingers up inside there to press that into place. Now these tabs will hold down the front. And for those, I am going to use the glitter glue again. They may be a little too long, depends on your fit, but we can trim them if we need to. So center it. and squeeze. I will snip these off. Okay, the tower is set. Let's start on the main building. With the wax paper side toward you, you will fold on all of the dotted fold lines that are vertical. So there's 2. Here are 2 more. The ones for the roof line get folded toward you. The little tabs around the roof line get folded toward you. But when you get to the floor, the first one gets folded in the opposite direction. And then all of the others get folded toward you. This is to make the porch for the floor for the front porch. A lot of little folds here. Make sure you get them all. Okay, I'm going to start at the peak of the building. I'm going to put glue on this little tab, fold up the side walls, meet them together, and hold while that sets. Good. Going down this outside, this little tab here, bring it up, hold while it sets. Same on the other side. Okay, I am going to fold this back so it's out of my way while I'm working here. We get glue on this tab and this tab. This goes under and to the back, and that goes around to the side. So everything lines up here. Let's see if I can get a pair of tweezers in there to help hold that for me. If I open this, yes, I can get a pair of tweezers in here, which will help this set up. Okay, that's one end of the porch. The other end, these go in, and this one goes over on the top to form the floor. So I can open these, and I can put glue inside here and on top of this. And now I can take that and fold it over. And just hold it for a few minutes. Okay. This will now be folded shut in the back to give form to the back side of the main building. This tab is where the tower gets attached. It does hang over, it does not bend. All like this. So I can open this now, and I can put glue all over this tab, all the way around here. And I can glue the back side shut. It matches evenly up around the top and down this side. There is a gap here on the floor. If your fingers can fit in, then you can squeeze it. If your fingers don't fit in, you can use tweezers to help squeeze these together and get a good adhering seal. There's the first part of the tower house. Next, the tower will get applied. You'll see there's a notch on the roof that fits right up there. Bottoms line up down here, and the two go together. I am going to use score tape for this one as well. I am going to put score tape on both this back tab, but I'm not going to peel it yet. And it's going up this side of the tower. I do not want to cover that little hole. That's where lights will snake through in the future. Okay, that is going to go together right like that. I am only going to peel the side first. Line up my two edges, line up the bottoms, and bring them in together. And any place that I can squeeze would be helpful. Okay, now I'm going to take a pair of tweezers and reach in back here and peel this one as well. There we go. And then use that to firmly attach the tower to the house. Looking good. Next part is the front porch. The front porch will go on like this. There is a floor that will fold to the back. There is a side that will fold to the back. There's a side tab. These all get folded to the back. Okay, now let's see how this will fit here. This is going to go down. The important piece is this corner right here. Now, if I've got that lined up, I can see I'm a little tight over here, so I'm going to snip that out. You can do the same alignment and see how it works for you. That looks like it needs to get out. So let's align that corner. This tucks down, and I want that to meet right in there, and that's fitting quite nicely. I am going to use score tape on these. It will go on the inside of this bottom layer. The inside of this bottom layer, that little tab there. It will go on the outside of this long layer at the top. And it's going to go on the top of this little tab over here as well. I am going to start first by peeling this little tab on the side wall. I'm going to line up my corner right here, and I'm going to fold that over like so. Then the front is going to come over like this, so I can open this and peel this one. Now bring it back, line it up, press it in place. This has score tape on it and is sticky. I can press that down in there, and that helps hold the tower on. And now I can get an understanding as to the placement of this. You want to make sure that this is parallel to the bottom of the windows. If you get it crooked like that, it's going to show later. So aim for that to be parallel. Peel that, get it into position, and then get your letter opener or other similar such tool and reach in there and press in place. You can get your hand on the other side here in the center. Okay, looking good. The next piece is the roof overhang for the top. There's a short side that goes on this and a long side over here. It does not overhang on the back. It lines up evenly with the back. This one we can use art glitter glue for. I'm going to put it down to be sure that I line up with the back and make sure that that peak lines up. Looks like I'm a hair long on that side. I'm going to snip that off to get a better fit there. Now the porch roof goes on. That'll go this way. Both of these fold down. It will thread on like this. We will glue it to the front roof and we will glue it to the back tab here. So I'm going to put art glitter glue all over the roof here. Place this first. Give it a few minutes to get tacky and hold. Then turn it over and peel this one. Then making sure that your wall is square, bring this down on top of it and pinch together. This will fold to the back and we will glue that in place. Oh, isn't that coming together nicely? Okay, now on these two openings on the back, there are these covers. If you're going to put lights in, you are just going to want to glue these so that it can fold up after you've attached the lights here. I am going to do it with lights. If you're not going to have lights, you can just glue these right onto the back if you want, on all sides. You don't need access again. I want these to the fold is to line up with the bottom opening there, and it's to be centered left to right. And the same with the tower. Great. Now, if we were going to use lights, here is a set of 20 light LED fairy lights. You certainly can use this type or you can use the larger set. It depends how many buildings you have. It's easier not to have a lot that you have to, a lot of on and off switches. If I have a lot together, I use the remote control ones. I would thread this in here. Now I am going to want, let's see, let's go over to the tower next. There is a hole between the main part of the house and the tower. I'm going to turn these on so you can see what I'm doing a little better. I'm going to thread this into the tower from part A to part B or whatever. And I'm going to end up with about 2 lights in the tower. I'm going to use Scotch tape to hold these in place. I'm going to put one in the center, tape the wire here. The second one I would like to show in the downstairs window. So I'm going to bring it up about there, flip it over and take a look. Right there in the center, that looks great. Take more Scotch tape and tape this one into place. There. Now the lights will come over into the main part of the house and thread a few more in here. I'm going to put one right about there. Not every window needs a light, but I certainly want to get one upstairs as well. I tend to put a lot of tape on these because the wire has a mind of its own, and I like to control where it's going to land. Okay, let's close that one and take a look. Yes, that looks quite natural. So I would then have this thread on to the next building in Ledge Village. Ledge Village is a different one of my villages. But there we go. We have illuminated it. Ledge Village also comes with trees and fences. On this one, I'm going to cut the fence in half and put half out of each side of the house on the back side. There's a lot of things you can do with the fences. You can put them in the front yard. You can put them between buildings. It all depends on your display. But for mine right now, I am going to glue it right here, being careful to keep it square with the building. And I'm going to put one on the other side, like so. Those off. Again, making sure it's square. Now that I have these lights on, I am going to just add a little glue to these edges to glue them into place. You could use tape, removable tape. Oops, too far out. Okay, fences are attached to the building. I am now going to put together the trees. For all of my trees, they go together the same way. You fold them up along the two center seams, like so. Once you have them folded, you take the art glitter glue and run it down the spine. Making sure the bottoms are lined up. You put the two together. And you put those aside to dry. Once it's dry, you can take it and make them at 45-degree angles so that they stand. And here we have the tower house, tree, and fence for Ledge Village. How many buildings have you made, and what building will be your next one? Go to my website at the address shown on the screen to see ideas of ways to display these buildings in Ledge Village. Other crafters have put them together and sent me photographs of the creative things that they've done. You should go and take a look. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Happy crafting, everyone.